Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you'll be fine. And you must have understood the lesson that I explained yesterday. Today, we are going to continue with our lesson chapter 5, that is India's Heritage of Science and Technology. Yesterday, we learned about metallurgy, then mathematics and chemistry, how they were useful in our life. We learned that all things. Today, we are going to continue with science of medicine and surgery. In this lesson, we are supposed to know that though we are developed today, as I explained to you yesterday, though we are developed today, or we can say that we are developing, but still we are struggling to find some new medicines for some disease, especially this corona. But in previous time, what happened? The diets were very pure. People were not dependent on the junk food and fast foods, so they were having a pure diet. So that sort of disease were not there. And if there were few diseases, they were able to give the complete information, the complete dietary information about that disease. Not even that, they were best gynecologists, means woman doctor, and pediatrician, means child doctor also. They were able to diagnose the disease, means they were able to recognize the disease and give the solution regarding it. And they were also very best doctor in veterinary, that is animal doctor too. So let us continue science of medicine and surgery. It is very surprising that before thousands of years ago, the doctors, they were able to do the surgeries. Nowadays it is a very common thing, but in the previous time they were able to do the surgeries. So let us continue science of medicine and surgery. The previous topic which I explained to you in the last chapter, please go through that whole thing, okay? And wherever you feel that you just mark it, and we'll still find way to solve it. So science of medicine and surgery. Now, so India attained an unprecedented means unbelievable achievement in the field of science and surgery. Means we are developing day by day in science and surgery, but we made unbelievable progress in science and surgery as we are having one religious outlook. People were believing that India is having the religious outlook. They were never able to do anything in this thing, science and surgery. But we proved them wrong. We developed as fast as they could think. Means it was unbelievable that we have developed, we had a great achievement in the field of science and technology also. Medicine and surgery. Science, ancient period, Maharishi Charak, Maharishi Sushruta and Vaghavata pioneered the Indian medical science and surgery through their intensive research and reach to the greatest height. Now, this was the wise man, this was the great scientist. Now, who? Maharishi Charak, Maharishi Sushruta and Vaghavata. They pioneered the Indian medical science. Means they were able to give all sorts of information regarding the science. They were the pioneers, they were the main person in Indian medical science. And through their researches, they used to do the research thousands of years ago. And they give the complete information about medicine and surgery. Now also, if you visit any Ayurvedic doctor, if you visit the clinic, there is books called Sushruta Samhita, Vaghavata's book. Each and every book is available. I have seen the live all the books. So our total science is dependent on Sushruta Samhita. Yes, the simple things that we use to do some household remedies to solve our some of the disease. So at that time, our mother, father used to give us some hot water or hot milk. This type of remedies that is totally based on Sushruta Samhita. Each and every information is given in that. So Maharishi Charak, Maharishi Sushruta and Vaghavata, they were the pioneer of Indian medicine and surgery. And through their research, they have brought our Indian medical science surgery to a great height. Maharishi Charak. Now Maharishi Charak has written a book, Charak Samhita. He has mentioned over 2000 medicinal herbs. Now we are having lakhs of medicines. So many types of different medicines are available in the market to get the disease way out. But during that time, there are only 2000 medicinal herbs, just 2000. But from that 2000, they were able to give us so many dietary precautions. So Maharishi Sushruta has mentioned instruments used in surgery. He has also mentioned the instrument. Instrument means the medical instruments. Each and everything is known as instrument that we take in use. But here we are talking about the medicine. So the instruments were so sharp, it was so sharp that they would split. Split means remove a single hair, a single vertical hair into two divisions. Vagbhatta has written a book, Vagbhatta Samhita. He has written a book known as Vagbhatta Samhita. It is also very important work. Study of Charak Samhita, Shrushruta Samhita, and Vagbhatta Samhita is very useful for every doctor. Each and every Ayurvedic doctor, what are the different doctors? If they believe in Ayurveda, they used to go through these three books: Vagbhatta Samhita, Shrushruta Samhita, and Charak Samhita. So, study of Charak Samhita, Shrushruta Samhita, and Vagbhatta Samhita is very useful for our everyday, for every doctor. Hindu herbal science, herbal means Ayurveda. Hindu herbal science is very useful for Hindu herbal science of ancient India is enriched. Enriched means it is full of, enriched with huge collection of minerals and medicines from plants and animals. This has presented a detailed and complicated process of making medicines, their classification and their usage. Means in Hindu herbal science, it is full of all the medicines. Means how the medicines are made. What is the process of making the medicines? Each and every detail is given in Hindu herbal science. This has presented a detailed and complete process of making medicines, their classification and their usage. They could even stop blood circulation with bowl-shaped bandage. Now, if you go to the YouTube, or I'll send you the pics of that, the bowl-shaped bandage, they were supposed to stop the blood circulation. They could skillfully operate on abdomen. This is the abdomen. Skillfully they were able to operate. In previous time, to make operation, it was some huge, very huge thing. That he has done operation, it was a big thing. But in nowadays, it is a simple. So in those times, they were able to operate on abdomen, kidney, cataract, hernia, a stone, piles, and bladder, etc. They could easily also join the broken and displaced bones and extract the things pierced into the body easily and skillfully. If the bone is broken, they were supposed to join that. Nowadays, there are some surgeries, there are some broken hands or broken bones that we are not able to join. But in those times, they were supposed to join however the bone is broken. So they were supposed to do the best surgeries in those times. And whatever is pierced means that we have that bali and everything on the ear, in the ears, or on the nose. Whatever is pierced in the whole body, they can remove it skillfully. So they should recognize the symptom. If you are suffering from any disease, they should look at you, or they touch you, or nurse anything, and they should recognize your disease. So recognize symptoms and diagnose the disease. Diagnosis means they used to give the precautions about the disease and solution about the disease. So they also gave a dietary direction. Means they used to give you dietary direction, what type of diet you should have in your life, what you should eat, what you should not eat. So after post recovery of disease, after you are recovered from the disease, then also they give you the best precautionary measure plan, like what type of food you should have, at what time, in what quantity. So these were the doctors of the previous time. Now they had knowledge of plastic surgery as well as joining nose and ears. In those olden times, they were having the knowledge of plastic surgery. They were having the knowledge of joining broken nose and ears. They showed a keen means complete interest in teaching students the method of surgery by doing surgery on the deadly body or on the wax statue. Now, if you are taking science and you are opting for the B group, that is a medical thing. So you are supposed to operate on the human body. Now, in previous time, they were not having the human body. Okay, whatever the operation is live, they used to show the students, to the MBBS students, so the medical students, and they show us how we are supposed to operate. Now, in previous time, there was no human body, means it was not available. So they used to make the body from wax, same as our own body, from the wax, and they used to operate on them and they used to teach us that how we should do operation. If this is the disease, what is the solution is there, and what way you should operate. So they had the complete knowledge of plastic surgery, and they showed a keen interest, means complete interest in teaching students the method of surgery by doing surgery on the dead body or on the wet statue. They conducted risky operations. During delivery, if any woman is suffering from pregnancy, at that time operations are not possible. But in that situation also they were supposed to do the operations. And nowadays also, if you want to operate on human body, you are supposed to mark their blood pressure, the diabetes. If everything is controlled, then only you can operate. But in ancient time, whatever disease you are suffering from, they were having the complete knowledge how to operate. Means that skillful they were. So they were expert gynecologists. Gynecologist means woman doctor. And they were expert pediatrician. Pediatrician means child doctor. So this we talked about the medicine and surgery about a human thing. And not only that, they didn't stop till that. They were good veterinary also. Good veterinary means good animal doctor too. Veterinary science also developed in ancient India. Veterinary science means animal, related to animal disease. It developed in ancient India. They wrote books on disease related to the horses, that is Ashwa, and elephants, that is Hasti. In Sanskrit, elephant is known as Hasti, and in Sanskrit, horses are known as Ashwa. So they wrote a great books related to the problems of horses and elephant. Among them, Hasti Ayurveda, Shalyotra, and Ashwashastra are well-known books. The scholar's science, writer of medicine Vagbhata made a valuable contribution through his work Ashtanga Hriday in the field of diagnosis. Diagnosis means how to recover the disease. He did the best work by the book that is known as the scholar's science, or the book known as Ashtanga Hriday, that is related to the heart disease. He wrote each and every diagnosis how to recover the disease from that. So he wrote Ashtanga Hriday and he made unbelievable progress in that thing. So this was science of medicine and surgery. Now today we'll learn about astronomy and astrology. Now what is astronomy and astrology? There is a very little bit difference between astronomy and astrology. Astronomy and astrology means making predictions. Predictions means our future. We have that Pandits and all, they used to astrology, they used to see our hand, the planetary movements. That all things are related to astronomy and astrology. Now, astronomy. Astronomy is the most ancient science. Yes, the planetary movement used to play a very great role in our life. It's fact, but it is for those who believe in that. So, astronomy is the most ancient science. Many works, means grantha. In Hindi, it is known as granth, works related to astronomy had been written in India. An organized and deep study of astrology was made by Indian ancient universities. Means deep study on the astrology, whether the astrologers are telling everything is truth or not. A deep study is done in our Indian universities and they have proved that it used to work. So planets and their movements. Planets. In Hindi we say, we have the problem of graha and we used to wear these stones and everything. So the planets of the movement, constellation. Constellation means group of stars is known as constellation. And other celestial objects, celestial means transparent object, were used for calculation through which astrology and astronomy were developed remarkably. So astronomy and astrology both were dependent on that. Constellation means group of stars, then planetary movements, and they used to do the predictions. Now prediction what is done, it may happen that 90% it is true, but 10% it may vary also. But in fact, whatever the predictions are done, maximum time it used to be true. So predictions were made on the basis of planetary movements. I told you predictions are made that now in near future this is going to be happen. The astrologer used to see our hands or our biodata, means our kundli. In Gujarati we see the kundli. He used to see that and he used to say that in the coming future you are supposed to do this or this is going to happen. Now this is really going to happen. It is not that true that it will happen. But there are some chances that it can happen or nearby. There is something in the line. So astronomy, predictions were made on the basis of planetary movements. Aryabhatta made a remarkable contribution in the field of astronomy. Now Aryabhatta, he made a great contribution in the field of astronomy. So the first Indian satellite was launched and the name of the satellite was Aryabhatta. Aryabhatta on his name. He declared that the earth rotated on its own axis and he he declared that the earth is rotating on its own axis, means on its own way. And he also proved that the basic reason for the lunar eclipse is the shadow of the earth. Lunar eclipse means it's a grahan. And what is the reason behind it? That is the shadow of the earth. Earth used to come on the side of it and we used to see the shadow of it. So the lunar eclipse used to take place. So which was addressed as Ajirvar, which was also known as Ajirvar. This lunar eclipse is also known as Ajirvar by the scholars. In the same manner, Brahmagupta, he popularized the laws of gravitation, means attraction, laws of gravitation in his book Brihat Samhita. Brahma Siddhant, sorry. Varamihir was a great astrologer and astronomer. He was great astrologer and astronomer too. And he divided astrology into three sections. In three sections, he divided astrology. That is Tantra, Hora, and Samhita. His Grantha, named Brihat Samhita, his Granth, that is Brihat Samhita, that is to give the information regarding effects of planets on the man's future. That is a Granth, his book known as Brihat Samhita. It is to give the information of the planets. What is the effect of the planets on the man's future? I told you that planet as moving, and in our biodata how they used to move, it has a great effect on our life. So it used to show that Grantha named the Brihat Samhita gives information regarding effect of planets on man's future. His characteristics, various classes of animals, the time of marriage, pawn, wells, gardens, and good omen. Good omen means good luck. That laughing Buddha, horse. This all are the good omen. So they used to give information about the marriage, when to dig the ponds, in which direction we should have this. That good omen for sowing. The person who doing the agriculture, they used to have one good muhurat and some good luck with them. So we should feel pride that our ancestor means our great forefathers, were experts in the various sciences. So our ancestors, they were very expert in great science also. So this was astronomy and astrology. Now we talk about the Vastu Shastra. You must be knowing what is the Vastu Shastra. Whenever we build any house, any office, we want to have any good things to be kept in the house, it should be the particular direction, and that guidance is given by the Vastu Shastra. And now Vastu Shastra is not only adopted by Indians. Out of India, Vastu Shastra is very famous. Maximum out of Indian people are following Vastu Shastra nowadays. So let us continue with the Vastu Shastra. There is immense contribution of ancient India in the field of Vastu Shastra. It is an inspirable part of astrology. Means it is one type of inspirable part. It inspires us. You must have heard from somebody that we are going to have food of his house Vastu. According to Vastu, the whole house is made. When somebody, those who are believing in that, maximum is to believe in that. So Vastu Shastra is an inspirable part of the astrology. Vastu Shastra of India is being recognized. India's Vastu Shastra is recognized. It is dignified and praised. Praised means vakhan karwa. Is praised by many countries of the world. Not only Indians, but other countries of the world also used to praise our Indian Vastu Shastra. Brahma, Narad, Brihaspati, Bhrigu, Vasishtha and Vishwakarma have made unique contribution in the field of Vastu Shastra. Now, they have propagated the principle of construction. Now, they have propagated means they have given the principles of construction, means there are some principles, there are some rules how the construction is to be made, in which direction, in what space. Dwellings, then temple, in which direction should be the temple. Temple is always in from where the sun rises. In that direction the temple is. So temples, then places. Ashwashala, where the horse should be. There is a particular direction and place, there should be the horses. Ashwashala, then forts, then storehouse of ammunition. Ammunition means weapons. Then in which direction should be the storehouse? What type of ammunition should be ammunition, weapons should be kept over there. Then, and town planning. Town means how to create a house. In what direction? In which space? So, the description of Vastu Shastra is mentioned in Brihat Samhita. What is Vastu Shastra? Its whole description is given in the book that is known as Brihat Samhita. Rana Kumbha of Mewar revived this science in the 15th century. You know that in our mobile, there are some applications. It is to get update day by day. 2 days, 3 days, then after 1 month, 2 months, there is a whole system update. In the same manner, Rana Kumbha, he was a king from Mewar. he upgraded whole Vastu Shastra. In 15th century, he upgraded the whole Vastu Shastra. Astrology to the traditional belief, according to the traditional belief, Vishwakarma, he was the first architecture of gods. He divided Vastu Shastra into 8 sections. Various information of Vastu Shastra like selection of place, what type of place should be, then shapes, then structures, then proper planning of things, then temples, then Brahmasthan, then dining room, bedroom, etc. Means in what direction should be the bedroom, in which direction should be the kitchen. In front of the kitchen there should be not any pond or well. These are the basic principles of the Vastu Shastra. Vastu Shastra is to work on that, and it is fact. So then where should be the temples, where should be the Brahmasthan, means where should be the place of the god in the house. So these are the different things that are based on the Vastu Shastra, and according to Vastu Shastra, it is conducted in the house. So, and bedroom, in which direction should be the bedroom, in which direction should be the bed, etc. are mentioned. As time passes, changes are taking place regarding the principle and understanding of Vastu Shastra. But as the time passes, principles are changing, rules are changing, mind of the peoples are changing. So each and everything is getting changed. So now it is being adopted by the foreigners. So even foreigners are also taking interest in Vastu Shastra. More than Indians, foreigners are taking interest in it. And according to Vastu Shastra, they used to build their house and everything. So ancient Indian knowledge of science has been accepted by the world. So our ancient Indian science, not only the Indians, but the people outside the Indians are also following it. Indian culture is very vast, means it's huge, and heterogeneous, means different kind of things we can learn from it. So it is a blending of science and religion. Blending means it is a blessing of science and religion. Traditional ideas, still we are working on the traditional things. Traditional ideas and practical knowledge too, which is rarely seen in other countries of the world. We are having the technological science. We are also going through the traditional science. So there are the different methods, and this thing, everything we see in the science in only India, not in the other countries of the world. So tolerance and equality towards all religion is seen in our culture. Means for our Indians, each and every religion, each and every culture is same. So tolerance and equality is only seen in the Indian culture. In spite of having diversity in religion, diversity means different kind. We are having Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christians, then South Indians, North Indians, Kodwa, Goan, so many different types of people belonging to different religions are living in India. Though we have a diversity in religion, lifestyle, every people, every zone, east, west, north, south, the lifestyle of the people is different. Then value, we see unity in our country, but the value of unity is only seen in India. Unity in diversity, we say. So we should not forget that Indian culture reflects unique feature of unity in diversity. So we should not forget that our Indian culture is showing unity in diversity, means we all are a family and we are living together. So this was Vastu Shastra. Okay children, so here our chapter 5 is going to end over here. But I tell you one thing, the chapter 5 consists of 4 marks: astronomy, astrology, chemistry, Indian medical science surgery, mathematics, Vastu Shastra. Vastu Shastra, mathematics and Indian medical science surgery. These 3 are very important short note from this lesson. It may ask in 4 and 3 marks. If the short note is asked in 4 marks, you are supposed to write 10 to 12 points. And if it is asked in 3 marks, you are supposed to write 8 points. Means the main topics, the main points should be covered in it. Okay, so again I repeat, mathematics, Indian medicine, science and surgery, and Vastu Shastra. These are the 3. You are supposed to learn all the short notes, but these are the 3 main short notes you should learn, and maximum it is asked in the board exams. Okay, so I am ending this lecture over here. Now in the next lecture, we are going to continue with the chapter 6. It is a very interesting lesson. Okay, so have a nice day. I am standing over here. Okay.